Okay, let's give you some breaking news that an announcement that Microsoft has just made regarding their data centers and how they could be able to offset that to ensure that it doesn't impact the local communities.
Out of D.C., it is involving Microsoft. Going to get straight over to Eamon Javers, who joins us with that news right now. Eamon.
Yeah, good morning again, Andrew. Microsoft is out with an announcement this morning of 5 core principles that will guide the company's data center expansion around the country and, in theory, mitigate some of the political blowback that we've seen around water use, power consumption, and quality of life in impacted communities. President Trump, you saw him posting about it on social media last night. The president said, "I never want Americans to pay higher electricity bills because of data centers. Therefore, my administration is working with major American technology companies to secure their commitment to the American people." And we will have much to announce in the coming weeks. First up is Microsoft, who my team has been working with and which will make major changes beginning this week to ensure that Americans don't pick up the tab for their power consumption in the form of paying higher utility bills. Now, Microsoft says it's going to abide by 5 new core principles as it builds out its infrastructure. They say,
So if you pull this out, this is basically the post that Donald Trump made. He basically mentioned that average American households' monthly utility bills went up massively, over 30%. He wants to ensure that Americans don't pay high electricity bills because of the data centers. And therefore, obviously, now they're working hand in hand with American technology companies to be able to provide some form of a commitment initiative to ensure that their utility bills doesn't increase. So obviously there's this battle that's taking place, right? How can America stay at the forefront of innovation in terms of AI while also ensuring that all of the data centers that are being built all over the country do not impact the local communities? So I think this is it's a good play because obviously it's really trying to ensure that already life is very difficult for an average American. It's unaffordable, costs are high. Goods and services, it's not a good situation, right? So obviously this is going to, be a welcoming news that's going to come. So then we heard that Microsoft basically came out with their 5 initiatives in terms of the AI infrastructure plan. So let's go through this. So number 1 is they said that we'll pay our way to ensure our data centers don't increase electricity bills. So basically pay utility rates that are high enough to cover our electricity costs. Collaborate with utilities on plans to add electricity we will need, innovate to make our data centers more efficient. Okay, fine. So basically we'll pay our way. No clear breakdown of how much you're going to pay towards that, right? So any increase in cost, are you going to cover that 100%, 50%, 25%? We don't know. We'll minimize our water use and replenish more of your water than we use. Okay, we want to see, I guess as things mature, we want to see transparency in terms of the cleanliness of the water, right? We want to see, is this water actually being replenished? What's the quality like? So advocate of the public policy and helps to minimize water use. We'll create jobs for your residents, invest in partnerships to train local construction workers, expand our data center academy. So we want to start seeing plans where there's actual on their jobs board or via recruitment agencies that they're looking to at least now start the process of onboarding, recruiting, hiring construction workers, not on the other side of the country, right? Or the other side of the world, construction workers within that local community. As they said, they're giving back, right? Academies, we want to see training taking place. What's the criteria of that training? What's eligibility of the training? What are they going to learn, right? So policymakers will add to the tax base that funds local hospitals, schools. So really essentially helping back, not just in terms of water, but really covering everything that helps towards building a vibrant community in terms of schools, parks, so quality libraries. So we want to see the initiative in terms of actual information, so clear cut. How much is going to be deployed, right? Are we talking about tens of millions, hundreds of millions over a period of 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? AI is here to stay. It is not going anywhere. So obviously them putting their data centers in these locations is going to ensure that they are at the forefront of innovation. They can generate a huge amount of value from that, but you have to also give back. So is it going to be a percentage of the revenue that's generated from AI for Microsoft, for example, or Amazon, Google, for example, wherever it may be, a percentage of the revenue generated from the AI, is that going to be given back to the communities? I don't know. We'll be interested to see how that works. We'll strengthen your community by investing in local AI training and non-profits. So partner up with schools, community college. So I think this is good, giving them training, giving them the relevant skill sets to onboard the future generation to understand about AI, right? Paying, offsetting those costs. So I think there's ways that you can do that from school to even maybe college, maybe providing some form of extracurricular activity in terms of coding schools, right? AI schools. I don't know, many opportunities here. So let's see how this actually progresses. In terms of the price, Microsoft is actually trading down about 1% today, $472 per share. It's off the 556, which made a high in July 2025. So we're off that. We are moving slowly. It's probably testing those. Next support is at around this 466 level. So we want to see how this moves. So the initiative's good. We've heard so many other initiatives before, but we want to see what are they actually doing. And then we have to say, okay, what impact is this going to have, right? Is this going to take capital from their balance sheet to allocate towards this? Is there going to be a percentage of the revenue generated from AI going towards? So we need to understand we need to get into the inner workings of what this actually means. And will this actually have a short-term, mid or long-term impact on the price, right? So obviously for policy, that's positive, but is it going to basically take out a certain amount from the balance sheet or cutbacks? So we need to be aware. So anyway, if you like this, please make sure you like, subscribe and follow, and have a great day.